Hello, welcome to Indie Tutorials. My name is Guillermo and I would like to thank the patrons supporting this channel. Okay, so after checking that the weapon is drawn, we want to call now the show dialog. So let's click on the canvas, add UI, dialog, and show dialog, and link right away the success to this show dialog. Here we're going to show the good mode for starting the battle. So in the settings for the show dialog, we have the dialog type. We need to change that to auto close, and the GUI box is the GUI box that we created in the previous video. So let's select that, check on lock focus. You can see what is do here, and afterwards we want to check also the title settings. So show title, this is the text that is going to be displayed in the name box. So let's select here good uppercase, and in the message itself, click on edit text, and in the text message you can click on more. So we have now the possibility to add icons. Click on that button icon and let's select our T underscore line image that we imported. So click on select and let's find T line. There we go. And remember that the resources icon, let me see where select an icon located in the resources folder, not subfolder. Okay, so after having the image selected, click on add icon. That will add this text code in the message. So click at the end and type enter to go to the next line, and here we can type then enemy begins with 10% less HP. So click on OK, and here in the auto close settings, block accept button, we need to check that, otherwise the OK button will be shown in the dialog and we don't want that. And let's type the close after, let's see, wait 3 seconds, and let's click on wait, of course, and save the event. Okay, so as you can see, we are telling that if we get the good start, we are going to reduce 10% of the HP of the enemy. So to track this change, we need to store it on a variable in the first place. So let's make a little bit of room here, and after our show dialog, let's create another add value variable. In this case it will be a change game variable. Okay, let me put it, it's going to be reused by other dialogues, so let's put it over here for the time being, and let's click on add game variable. Let's call this new game variable something like health penalty. Is going to be of type float. There is no integers type, so let's choose float, and we're going to set it, and let's say 10 in this case. So it's going to set, if it's good, it's going to reduce 10%. If it's great, it's going to reduce 25% to the enemy, and if we fail and we have the poor start, it's going to reduce, I believe, 5% of the lineage health. We're going to do that through status effects later on. Alright, so we have the change game variables, so let's link our show dialog to this node. So let's put it over here for now and save the settings. before crashes, Unity crashes. So for the next result, we want to duplicate this show dialog. So let's click on copy, and it's going to be our fail check here. So the weapon was not drawn. We were thinking about politics. So let's click that in the fail, and in this one is going to be the fail or the poor mode. Actually no, before that we need to check whether our game difficulty. So let's just move it aside, and what we need to do here is check the difficulty to select the penalty that we need to add or not to lining. So let's create a new step. This is going to be of type check difficulty, so it's located at add game, then game again, and when we have check difficulty. So let's link the failed here to this check difficulty, and right now it's checking if the game is equal to normal, so we can leave it as it is. So if it's equal to normal, then we apply the penalty to lining, otherwise we apply no penalty at all. Okay, that's what we're doing here. So let me see if I can move this around a little bit better. So let's check difficulty. If it's normal, we apply the penalty. So in the show dialog we need to go down, and in the title let's change this to poor, and click on edit text. We want to change the icon in this case to be the red one, so click on select and T-line red, and let's add icon, not here. Well, actually I think I can just click here and change the name. It will do the same thing. And in the text, in this case, is going to be lightning begins with 5% less HP. What we can do here as well is to change the color of the text to red. So let's select the whole line and go to colors and select from the drop down our red color and click add. And you can see the naming convention of this tag. So what we can do is also to select this tag, Ctrl C to copy it, and let's go to the title and paste the start of the tag, and then we need to close it. So we seize the number pad and color lowercase. Alright, click on OK in the message and save the settings. So we now have the poor with a penalty to lining. Alright, now we need to set the poor outcome but without penalty. So let's click on this dialog and click on copy, link it up to the fail check before of the difficulty. So it's not normal game mode, and in this case the game, it doesn't show any message, but I would like just to not copy but to edit the text, and let's change here and type something else, like let's say I'm going to select everything between the tags, the color tags, and let's say better luck next time. Okay, click on OK and save the event. So we have our two outcomes for the poor one outcome for the good, and we still need the outcome for the great start battle mode, right? After having these two outcomes, we need to also change the game variable, of course. So in this case, we are changing the game variable, the health penalty, to 10. So we need to copy this one 2 times. Let's put it over here maybe. And in this case, we want to change it to 5 when we get the penalty to lining, and link it up. And if we get no penalty at all, we don't change anything, so we can just go all the way straight to the store scene. Now this change game variable, we can also go through the store scene node, and let me try to order a little bit, make this a little bit load scene, store scene. Okay, we have our change game variable for the good. We also need to go to the store scene, and now we can start playing with the last outcome. And for that we can copy for example this show dialog again. So copy, bring it up here. Let's link the fail outcome to this show dialog, and this is going to be our great outcome. So let's click here in the title, let's click change the text to great, and in the message box click on edit text. We are going to change the icon to the yellow one, so I'm going to just add this text here, yellow. It needs to match the name of the image, otherwise it won't work. And in the enemy begins text, we are going to change here the 10% to 25, and we can also change the whole text to have the color yellow. Click on add and copy the tags to the title as we did before. So control copy, go to the beginning and the last part, control copy, control paste, click on OK in the message and save the event. So we have our show dialog using the same parameters as before, and we can now just in this case we need to change the game variable for a 25. So let's click on change game variable, copy, let's link them up, and in the penalty let's change the value to 25 and link the change game variable to the store scene. Save everything, and let's put this here so we can have a better visibility of how things are linked. Alright. Okay, so after storing the scene, we load the new scene, which is our battle scene. We change the game variables again. In this case is to set the we are in battle mode. Down below we have the spawn battles, but we can do, since we are here, is to store the current scene name in a variable. This is to help us detect from which location we are starting the battle in order to change the geometry of the battle arena. So let's copy the change game variable and let's put it down below, link it up, and let's call this new battle new variable. Let's say it is called current scene name. It's not going to be a boolean but a string. And since we are loading already the battle arena scene, we need to change the game variable to the current scene, which is in this case battle arena. So this will help us to get this variable and check it up later on for other logics that we are going to implement. Right? So we have storing the current scene name, then we are spawning the battle combatants. Okay, let's link it up, and after invoking the battle combatants we are calling this unity event again, which is the battle start event. It's okay to call it twice, no problem at all. But what we are going to do after spawning the combatants is to change or add this health penalty status effect. So let's start creating that logic on the next video. Thanks you.